So for us to wake up in our day and you're going straight on the block, I don't like that.
Wake up on the move, touchdown in my hometown, got nothing to lose. I am on my own now, I am in control now. Ain't need you to go now, I can fix my own crown. Back up on my boots.
Hey y'all, it's TheBreeze and you're plugged into the Breeze lifestyle. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. And if you want to support your girl some more, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button, comment down below, and follow your girl on her socials, TikTok and Instagram at TheBreeze Lifestyle 777. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this video. This is going to be the first video for Baby Daddy Chronicles, okay? And as you see more of the videos, you're going to see, like, you're going to know who the villain is. So I said, let me start this little series out with a time where I was wrong. I don't like to be wrong now. I don't like that. But this time, like, it was on me. It was my fault. I was the problem, okay? So let me go ahead and set the scene for you, okay? Because I feel like you got to know the characters and know what's going on. So me, of course, I'm going to be TheBreeze. And my baby daddy, we're going to name him. If you watch my story time about when my cousin ruined my trip, my birthday, go ahead and watch that story time. But we call him Finesse. And I feel like perfect name for him. He's a finesser. He's definitely going to try to use you. Okay, anyway, so let's go ahead and see who else is in the story. So we have these two sisters. Now, the two sisters is going to be Caramel and Chocolate. Chocolate has a small partner role, but Caramel, she even got like more story times that we're going to talk about with her. So Caramel was Finesse cousin baby mama, but this wasn't my baby daddy at the time. This was my man, okay? So her man was my man's cousin. And they was locked in. Like, they've been going out for a long time. Now, mind you, when this story happened, I met my baby dad in 11th grade. This story takes place the summer of 11th grade. So we in the summertime, then we're going to be seniors next year. So, you get what I'm saying? Like, we was in 11th grade, now it's the summertime, and then we're going to the 12th grade next. So, these names, I already knew I was going to have a hard time trying to remember these names. Because like I said, I don't write this stuff down. But anyway, so, I be just cracking myself up. Because these are such old memories and old stories that I'm telling you that I really have to dig into my brain to really remember this. So don't think that just because I'm in character and I'm giving you a good story that I really be caring about these people. Like, I don't be thinking about these people. And these people probably don't be thinking about me. I'm almost 95% sure that they don't be thinking about me, okay? But anyway, so the cousin, we're going to give him Slickums. We're going to call him Slickums. Because my baby dad, Finesse, he was cheating out in the open. Slickums, he was low-key with his hoes. Like, they was not trying to flaunt. They was not trying to be extra. He was doing his dirt. You couldn't really tell he was doing his dirt until he was probably doing it for 6 months. And now the girl's tired of being in the back shadows. And she wants to be doing Facebook subtweets on Twitter and all of that. So, okay. So, we have me, Finesse, which is my baby dad. My baby dad's cousin, which is going to be Slickums. His girlfriend, which is going to be Caramel. And Chocolate is going to be her sister. Now, Caramel and Chocolate got the same dad, not the same mom, okay? Just trying to let you know, like, they sisters, but they don't, like, live together, but they sisters. So, in this story, also, Chocolate has a friend, but it's just going to be Chocolate friend because she don't really have too much going on with the story. So, anyway, it's summertime. We out of school. Next year, we about to be seniors. We turning 18. You get what I'm saying? Like, we ready. We lit. So, I guess I should let you know that I am 17 at this time. It is Caramel's 18th birthday, and she's planning it. She invited us. She ain't doing too much, but she wants us to, like, turn up, get drunk, have fun. So, me, I've been drinking since I was, like, 14. And that's going to be a whole nother story time. I'm going to let you know all about that. But I was drinking with an adult who just was, I guess, like, got cheap liquor, basically, is what I'm saying. So I'm drinking, I don't know if y'all too, calm down, Breeze. Like, I'm so excited to do this video, and I do have to work in about 30 minutes, but I'm gonna calm down. So if you see me come back, just know that's because I had to work. Anyway, so I used to drink with an adult who didn't really get like the top notch or top shelf liquor. So we was drinking Burness vodka. I remember it like it was yesterday. Like, once I actually started drinking on my own, I would never even look at Burness vodka because, Anyway, so we were just planning to get lit, have a good time. So Chocolate and her homegirl live together already. So Chocolate is the same. We all in the same grade, but I don't feel like we all the same age. I feel like Chocolate might have got held back, and that's why she in the same grade as us. I don't really 100% remember. But anyway, the plan was for me, Finesse, Caramel, and Slickums, and then Chocolate and her friend, just for us to just be at their house, playing music, turning up, you know how that go. And we had actually went out to a little lounge. Now, I'm from Wilmington, Delaware, so it's probably a little something to do now, but back in my day, like, it was nothing to do. You had to go out Philly. So we didn't have a car. I can't remember whose car we was using. I think Caramel might have had her dad's car or something, but we went somewhere. So anyway, before the party, me and Finesse talking or whatever, and I'm like, now at this time, we are already doing a thing, okay? I done did the thing with your boy. We've been doing the thing with each other, okay? So right now, I'm on my period. So when you're getting lit and you're with your man, being on your period is like the worst thing ever. Like, we're 17, we from the hood. Like, it's not that going to somebody's house and getting drunk is a lot, but to us, that was the highlight of our weekend. Like, that's what we was doing. So it was really, you know, summer just starting and it's time. So I'm just irritated because I'm like, I'm on my period. And we don't do the whole, we don't play when it's, if you know what I'm saying, like, we don't do that. So, yeah, that was just a thing. Like, we was a little disappointed that we was about to have to go out here. But I'm like, we still gonna have a good time, of course, nonetheless. But I wish that after the night was over. Because mind you, we live with our parents. So this is also a time for us to be grown. And, you know, I'm spending the night with you and not worrying about nothing. Like, I know when y'all was kids, you remember the fact that you didn't have your own place. And you was trying to do things that your mama didn't know you was doing. And if you was doing those things, you couldn't really do it comfortably in the house, knowing that your mom might almost be there or she might be there. But knowing that ain't nobody around but other kids that's doing the same thing, it's like you could be free. So I just really, I wasn't hot when I was young, but once I start with my one, like, I was, okay, like, anyway. So I really, yeah, I'm doing too much, y'all. But anyway, so I really was excited about going to this thing. And then that happened. And it was like, so the party was going to be on a Saturday. So I kind of found out on a Thursday. Now, mind you, we've been planning this for weeks. And on Thursday, here you come trying to show face and be extra. Anyway, so it's Saturday, it's the night, it's the day of the thing. So we really didn't have to do much. I was broke, and my nigga was broke too. Like, we ain't really had no money for real. Like, we had a couple dollars, but we ain't really had no money for real. So I wasn't at the point where I knew that if I show up to a function that I'm supposed to bring a bottle to. And it was her birthday, and I don't believe that I brought nothing. Now, my man, he bought a little personal Hennessy and some Red Bull. And I tell y'all, like, okay. So like I said, we really didn't have to do nothing. So I'm not trying to skip through too much, but really nothing really happened until that night. So we really didn't have to do nothing. We rode together. No, we couldn't have. Yes, I had a car. No, I didn't have a car. This is when I was driving my mama car. Okay, I'm trying to think because I'm fast forwarding to the ending, and I'm like, well, if we rode with them, then how did we do that? But yes, okay. Anyway, so I have my car, so I ended up picking up Slickums, okay, and then Caramel have running around to do and stuff, you know, so she doing her thing. It's her birthday, you know, whatever, doing her rounds or whatever. So, Slickums, me and, y'all, these names, me and Finesse, we live over West Side. Let's say that. We live over West Side. And Slickums live over East Side. And the function is over East Side. And Caramel live out in the suburbs, okay? So she coming down all the way from the suburbs. So it just makes sense for me to go ahead and scoop up Slickums. And of course, there's not no crazy enough stuff going on because this is my baby dad cousin and me and my baby dad is together. So there's no way, no how, like nothing weird is gonna happen. Anyway, so we get there, cracking jokes, whatever, blah, 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 blah. At this time, I don't know about Slickums, but I know my baby daddy was a stoner. At this time, I wasn't stoning. Hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all, but I don't know if it's because I'm not drinking enough water or if the lip gloss ain't lip gloss, and this is what I use. It's a little Victoria's Secret. I like how it look, but that white line, I don't like that, okay? But anyway, so what I was saying is, what was I saying? Hold on. All right, yeah, I had to go back and look. See, that's why I'm trying to stay on track so I ain't got to keep doing too much. Anyway, so at that time, really, I wasn't, you know, because I told you it was a time where I was a stoner, okay? But at this time, I wasn't doing that, okay? I probably started when I was like 20. But right now, like I said, I'm 17, and I'm really a good girl, and this is the dude that like turned me a little savage for real. I'm really like, because if I didn't tell you, I was born in the hood, but I don't really know. When I was a baby, we moved with my grandma, and my grandma lived in the suburbs. So then when I turned like 8 or 9, I moved back into the hood. So I'm still like, you know, fresh, because from 5 to 6 to 7 to 8, I'm living this like very sweet, comforted life, you know, living in a cul-de-sac. So moving on the block, then when I got older, like, you know, just hood niggas just doing hood activities really just excited me. Like, it was just so exciting to me. So I loved hanging out with my man and his friends because I never was worried. First of all, none of his dudes, like, ever gave me weird vibes or whatever. And it was a couple, maybe 1 or 2 girls that was in the crew or whatever, but it was mostly dudes. And yeah, like, it was just fun being on the block and rapping the street and doing all that childish. But it was fun to me. Like, so I had no problem going to pick up Slickums and hanging out with him. So anyway, so like I was saying, we had went and stopped and got a little bottle of Hennessy. And I knew that I couldn't do Hennessy for sure, because I've had Hennessy before this. And any dark liquor at that time, I stayed away from because it would just make me like, in the night, it's over, not having fun no more, just sick, okay? So we get to Chocolate House. By the time we get to Chocolate House, Caramel is there. She had just got there. So we're just chilling, you know, happy birthday, you know, whatever. We're just playing music and, you know, whatever. So Chocolate is like, all right, we about to go. We'll be back. So we just chilling there, whatever. So I'm taking little shots of the Hennessy because I'm like, that's really all we have right now. And I'm just going to keep it light. Like, I'm just going to keep it light. Just not try to, because I'm getting faded. Like, I don't want to get this is why you shouldn't be drinking when you're 14. Because I built up a tolerance for certain things and I knew how certain things would get me. I was learning my limit at a very young age, but I like to get drunk. Let's just keep it 100. Like, I'd never really liked to just start drinking and just have a buzz. Like, no, I want to be lit. Like, that was the whole point of me opening this bottle. That's how I felt. So I'm like, okay, I know what getting lit on Hennessy will do to me. And I want to have a good time. So let me not do all of that. But I want to get a little buzz. So let me just drink a little bit. So I think I probably took 1 or 2 little shots of the Hennessy, just like a, because, it's a little person. It was like this big. It's just a little person. And then I'm taking the Red Bull too. So maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes come by. And this girl, now mind you, like, I'm not really used to too much, like, hood activities with people my age. I'm used to doing, like, drinking and stuff with people who are older than me and a couple of my friends, and them watching us act crazy, and we just be in the house and stuff. But to be a little grown and be drinking with young grown people like me, it was new to me. So I was really excited because I didn't feel like I was going to be somebody's joke. Like, I just felt like we was really about to be grown. Like, I was waiting to be like the person who was giving me the alcohol. Like, I was waiting to just be lit and be having house parties and just be inviting people over, playing cards. And, like, I was just excited to do that type of stuff, right? So when Chocolate came in with her friend and they had this bag. And when they took the bottles of the bag, boy, I got excited, okay? I was excited because, like, I ain't never been to no function like this. Like, I just was so ecstatic. I was too excited, bro. And I was always the type, like, you're not going to outdrink me. It's a competition. It was always competition vibes. Like, I'm not tapping out. You're not going to challenge me and be like, oh, you're a lightweight. Like, no, I'm showing off, showing out, all of that. So, and mind you, this is at a very young age. I'm 17 years old, and this is already embedded inside of me. And at this point, nobody's really challenging me, but everybody is encouraged to be drinking. That's the whole point that we're here. We're here to be around no adults, have fun, turn up, drink. And everybody, birthday girl Caramel got her man. I got my man, even though I can't do nothing. And Chocolate and her friend, they single. So, like I said, we were going to the club. So, anyway, so we just, so she pulls out the bottles out the bag. Boy, now this is the time when Moscato was, like, top tier. I don't know what was going on outside the hood, but in the hood, like, Moscato was what we was on. Like, that's Hennessy for, like, dudes for real. And girls drink Hennessy too, but Moscato, I think more so for girls maybe. Moscato was the drink. And I had never had Moscato before, but I knew Moscato was, you was one of them if you had Moscato, okay? For real, that's how I felt. And then a bottle of Moscato and then a bottle of Grey Goose. So, Grey Goose is vodka. If you look at what I was drinking, typically, Burness vodka, right? And I had no choice in that. It was free, right? Burness vodka. Grey Goose vodka will be all the way up here. Burness will be all the way at the bottom. Grey Goose probably ain't the top, but it's up there. Boy, I was like a kid in a candy store. And these people not judging me. I'm cool with these people. I don't feel like they're going to be like, oh, you ain't putting no money on this, so you ain't drinking. No, they bought the bottles for us to drink, so we bought to drink them. So anyway, I'm like, okay, I'm done with the Hennessy because we about to have a time tonight. I'm done with the Hennessy, okay? So I told my baby dad, that's all you, baby. Go ahead, that's all you. And I'm just like, oh, man. Because when I start getting lit, I start having these intrusive thoughts about my man, and it's just like I start talking real slick, like I start talking that talk, and it's like, you doing all this for what? You doing all this for what? So I'm just like, it was moments where I'm like, let me leave you alone. Let me just walk away and leave you alone and go with my girls and have a good time. So anyway, we having fun or whatever, we drinking. So they're like, come on, let's go to this lounge. It was, child, don't remember the name, don't remember. I feel like it was more, it wasn't after hours time, but I feel like it was an after hours type of spot. Like it was, I don't know, child. It was wherever they wanted to go, I was down. So I was, at this point, I'm drinking, I'm a little lit, but I'm not like, whoa. But I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm her. So we out, we go to the little lounge for a little bit. I forgot what happened, but we didn't stay there long. I don't know. I honestly don't even think we actually went inside. I'm trying to think, but I can't. It was either real short or we really didn't go in. And I feel like Chocolate may have been the one who said, let's go to this club. So she may have went in there. I feel like they was charging at the door. And we didn't know what it looked like in there. So they let her like just go in there just to see what it looked like. And it wasn't really giving $10. So we like, shoot. So we just walking around a little bit and we like, shoot, we can go back home or whatever. So this is another thing I want to say, because this was like, it's not a whole story, of course, but it's a little off topic, but it's still part of the night. So we was talking, and Chocolate, like I said, was a little older than me, and she and Caramel was way more experienced, sexually. You know, that healing, you know. Anyway, no. I don't know what I can say on YouTube, y'all, but you know, sex, like, they've been doing this, okay? I just started this year, and this is my man's, like, you know, we doing our thing, but as far as experience, like, you know, so anyway, I just want to say this part, because don't let nobody, young girls, don't let nobody force you. Now, if that's what you want to do, I think you should think about it and don't go chasing waterfalls, but think about it. But if that's your decision, that's your decision. Stand on that 10 toes. And it's okay to change your mind, though, but whatever you do, that's up to you, right? It's up to you, right? But I feel like when I was younger, I used to get teased and not bullied, but they used to try to play me as if I was lame because I'm a virgin. Because I'm a virgin? Look, y'all, already. I just literally wiped my lip. Anyway, they used to make fun of me for being a virgin. Now, here this girl is, I want to say she's already 18, maybe about to be 19 or whatever. Not too much older, but she's older. And definitely, like, she act a lot older than we do as well. She definitely was like a party girl on the scene, you know, stuff like that. So she was basically telling like a story how she was dealing with this dude, and she told him and lied to him and told him that she was a virgin. And then, like, when he went to do that thing with his finger, you know, in her private, she was pretending like it was hurting, like, you know, whatever. And he was like, I don't think, like, he could tell, like, it. Moral of the story is, when you're young, they teach you about that. But when you get older, it's like, it's value in your virginity. It actually is value in your virginity. And it's a lot of people who be like, I wish I would have waited. Or I wish because I could say the same thing. I love my baby down. I love him down. But if I had the choice at 31 years old to wait until I got married or to fall into society's trap, I'll be lame to society and I'm going to wait for my husband, period. But anyway, so I just said that because she said that in the club. Like, when we, not in the club, but when we was at the front door or whatever, we was about to go home. I remember she said that, and that stuck with me. Like, why are you lying? Like, why are you lying? But anyway, so we go back home, and this is when it really gets bad. Like, this is when it really gets bad. So we go back home or whatever, and now it's like, okay, well, since we ain't going nowhere, we turning up here. Like, we turning up. So Chocolate is now, I don't want to say she challenging me, but she's very much my hype man. Like, go ahead, Breeze. Mind you, they ain't call me Breeze back then, but I'm just saying for lack of better terms. Go ahead, Breeze. Go ahead. Like, just hyping me up. Last thing I remember is I had the bottle of Grey Goose. Mind you, I'm excited that we got these bottles. Like, the most excited one in the room. Okay? Got the Grey Goose and got the Moscato. And the last thing I remember is I'm like, mouth all on bottle. They probably looking at me nasty, but I still hear Chocolate cheering me on. Like, I just, yes, girl. And I'm like, hey, you know, just dancing with the bottles and just, hey, feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. So I just, like, that's the last thing I remember wholly. Like, I remember little bits and pieces, but what I'm telling you now, from now going forward, is I'm telling you the story that I was told. Like, I'm not just going to tell you the bits and pieces that I remember. I'm going to tell you, like, the next morning when I woke up. Let me just tell you this part. The next morning when I woke up, I'm in the room by myself, but I hear people downstairs. That means people's up. And I'm like, that's weird, because why my man ain't wake me up? Like, why my man didn't wake me up? That's just kind of weird. So I'm just sitting there, and honestly, I go back to sleep because I'm hungover. Like, I'm hungover. So I go back to sleep. I wake back up. I got to use the bathroom. Use the bathroom. And I'm scared. I don't know. I just got this feeling inside of me. Like, I'm scared to go downstairs because why is my man not up here with me? Like, he hasn't checked on me. Like, you know, I'm just kind of nervous to go downstairs because I feel embarrassed and I don't know why though, but something just was weird to me. So I go back in the room and I go back to sleep. Like, my head was hurting and I just wanted to rest. So he finally come upstairs, Finesse comes upstairs, and he's like, you good? And I'm like, I'm hungry. And he was like, you want some noodles? That's really all they had was some noodles. I'm like, yeah, I'll take some noodles now. At this time, I did not eat pork and beef. And when I say I did not eat pork and beef, like, I don't eat beef flavored nothing. And you my man. And you know that. And this corner store's around the way. And my car out front. So he comes back and you know, with chicken noodles versus beef noodles, the juice is different. The noodles look different. So I'm like, this is beef. Like, and I was real childish about that. I don't know if that's childish or, but I just really, like, I'm not eating nothing with no beef, nothing. I don't know if they grinding up beef bones to make this beef flavor. I don't know what this beef flavor comes from, but I don't eat beef. So he just was real like, all right, you want me to leave it up here? And I'm like, no, because I don't eat beef noodles, and you know that. And he was just like, that's all they got. And I'm like, all right. So eventually I got myself together and I went downstairs, and people wasn't treating me weird, but like, it's like, they was laughing at me a little bit. Like, you know, not like, there she goes. Just like, what's up, Breeze? Like, you know, what's up? So I'm just like, okay, so it's time to go, basically. But let me tell you what happened before we left. So I'm going to tell you like what really happened throughout the night. So just know I woke up feeling weird, and this is why. So, yo, they said I showed off. Now, I do remember that there was a part that Chocolate was like, all right, calm down. Not calm down like the way that you're acting, but more so calm down on the drinks. Like, don't drink no more. And I'm like, I'm good. Like, I just remember the whole, I'm good. So they said, this is so embarrassing, like so embarrassing. They said that I was, and this is why, I'm sorry, I keep breaking the story up, but this is why I understand to an extent why men don't really like their women to just be out at the club freely. Because if I don't know how you are when you're drunk, or if that's your intention to get drunk or faded, lit, whatever, because I was just so out of my mind, bro. Like, I did not remember none of this. And I was acting crazy. That's why these girls be coming back talking about, oh, baby, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. I was drunk and I just slept with somebody else. And it's like, I don't want you. And I don't blame you. But anyway, okay. So they said that I was just like grabbing on finesse, like, come on, like, you know, trying to get him to take me upstairs to do the do. And he's just like, chill, like, just chill. I'm like, no, take me upstairs. Like, just take me upstairs. So he's like, no, chill, because mind you, I'm on my period. There's nothing that we can do. So I guess I just was like irritated with him, and I was like, whatever. And I got on the floor, open my legs, spread eagle like this. These my legs. This is my private area. And I'm just like, F me, F me, F me, finesse, F me. And then, so Caramel is like, go F her. Like, please, just take her upstairs and F her. And now at this point, Finesse is irritated. He's like, I can't. She's on her period. Like, I remember the whole, like, him saying, I can't. He's on my shit. But I didn't realize, like, why he said that. I don't know. That's so weird. Like, when you're drunk like that, how your mind just blacks in and out of time, you know? So they said that they had to carry me upstairs. Like, and I don't think, and I do grin and believe that we all was lit or whatever, but I don't think they was handling me with care. And I feel like Finesse really just was irritated and really was over me. Because mind you, he knew these people for years and years and years. He just met me less than a year ago. So we real fresh in the game. And yeah, I just don't think that they really handle me with care. And I was so comfortable being around them. And I don't think that they mishandled me necessarily either, but they just kind of really didn't care. Like, I don't think they was like trying to take advantage of me in any type of way, but they wasn't treating me with the hospitality that I would have treated my friend with. Because they said that, like, they had to carry me upstairs. Now I know, I'm still taking the blame because I'm the one that got drunk, right? And I know, like, a damn weight body feels like it weighs more than what it really weighs. I understand. But, before they took me upstairs, they said I started throwing up or whatever. So that's, ugh. I would probably be irritated with me too, for real. Because when you start throwing up, ugh, like, who wants to deal with that for real? But anyway, so they carried me upstairs, and I think they had to be carrying me front ways. So they said that I was throwing up, and I kept moving my head to the back. So I'm assuming that's why they didn't carry me this way, so they carried me front ways. And I banged my head, my whole face. I banged it on the stairs. And look, right here. Chip my damn tooth. Chip my tooth. They could have handled me a little better. What you think? Leave in the comments, am I a little spoiled brat? Or could they have handled me a little better? It was 4 of them. 4 of them. 2 men. 5 of them. 2 men and 3 girls. Y'all, look, I haven't been recording for that long. I cut the first one out because I ain't want y'all to see me like that. But this is crazy. Am I talking too much? Every time I do this, I drink some water. I don't know. But we're going to keep going, and I'm going to keep using it because it got to be shiny. But if you got any suggestions for lip gloss that don't do that, let your girl know. Right here, right down in the comments right now. Let me know. Because as you see, I need it. Because this is $15 for this. For this to keep every 20 minutes, every 10, 15 minutes, keeps getting white. What, you're not supposed to talk? You're supposed to just look cute, sit back and look cute? Like, no, I like to talk, okay? Anyway, so I feel like they could have handled me better. But anyway, nonetheless, they get me upstairs, and they had to lay me on my stomach because I kept, like, when I was asleep, throwing up in my sleep, I guess, and it was like I was choking or whatever. So that's all that happened that night for the most part. If it was more, I can't really remember. But boom, so fast forward to the morning time, like I told you, I just feel weird. So I told you all about that. And now it's time to go. And I have to take back, I have to drop off Slickums. And then I thought my man was going home with me. That's just what I thought, because my mom wasn't letting him spend the night or nothing, but she knew that was my man. She knew what I was doing as far as like doing the do. I let her know. But she was not letting that man spend the night with me. But we could hang out. He could be in the house, no problem. So I thought my man was coming home with me. So I'm still I'm not putting two and two together yet, because I was told all that stuff I just told you, how I was like, F me, F me. I was told that after, like the day after, next time I talked to Caramel, she the one who told me all of that stuff. So I'm still wondering why it's like just weird vibes. But like, I'm like, okay, cool. So they get in the car, we get over. They not going to Slickums' house. They going over West Side. Now, mind you, I live over West Side too, but West Side is pretty big, so I live on the other side of West Side. So I go ahead and drop him off. And he like, yeah, you can stop right here. Mind you, my baby dad is in the front seat, he in the back seat. So my baby dad, like, mind you, the block is down the street, but he telling me to go ahead and stop right here. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm thinking I'm just letting him out. And then he opened his door, and I'm like, what's going on? And he was like, yeah, like, I forgot, like, exactly what he said, but something to the extent of, like, yeah, I'm good on you. Like, yeah, I'm cool right now. Like, I'm gonna go, because it wasn't like we discussed that he was gonna come back home with me, but if nothing had went wrong, he would have at least, because Finesse is the one that like to sit on the block all day, and even if he ain't making no money, he's gonna be sitting on the block all day. But at least when we had first started dating and stuff, he's at least gonna spend time with me. And then he gonna be on the block all day. Like, he gonna give me an hour or two. So for us to wake up in our day and you're going straight on the block, I don't like that. Like, I like being, I like a hood dude who got a soft spot for me. Like, I love that. I be spoiled in that. Like, I know how you are regularly, but I see how you do little things for me. Like, that used to turn me on so bad. But I'm just like, this is weird. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm like, you know, I'm sad because I don't feel like things are regular. And I'm like, what do you mean? You're like, yeah, I'll see you later. I'm like, what do you mean you'll see me later? Like, see me now. Like, what in the world? So he was like, nah, I'm cool. I'm going to call you. And I was kind of, for my man, like for Finesse, I was so head over heels for him. Like, I ain't too proud to beg, baby. Like, I want you to be with me. So I'm like, no, like, I really want you to come, or like, I'll come with you. Or I was that type of girlfriend. Like, either you come with me or I'm coming with you. Like, that's how I want it to be. So he was just like, nah, I'll talk to you later or whatever. So He then ended up calling me, telling me, like, he think we need a break. And I'm like, what do you mean you think we need a break? Like, we just had a good night last night. What are you talking about? What transpired from this time? And he was just like, you just, I don't know, you were just acting crazy. And I just, yeah, I don't. He just like no. I'm like, so now you want to break up with me? Like, you want to break up with me because I got drunk? Like, I'm the one with the chipped tooth, and you want to break up with me? Huh? What's going on? So he just like, yeah, I just think we need a break. And he stood on that. He stood on that. And baby girl was sad. Like, I wanted this nigga so bad. Like, I was so sad. Like, how could you? Because mind you, like, he really pursued me. And I really, like, was playing hard to get. So he treated me so special. So this was like I feel like this was the first time in our little relationship. Our relationship was, I don't even know how long it was, because when we wasn't together, we was together. Then we was together, we wasn't together because he was cheating on me. So anyway, it lasted at least like 4 or 5 years on and off. But it was just like he treated me so special. And this was our first time breaking up. And I was so heartbroken. And the ball was so in his court because I really showed my tail. Like, I really showed my tail. So I couldn't really be mad, but at the same time, I was mad and I was sad. That's why I had to call Caramel, like, what happened? Like, what happened? And she told me everything, and I was like, wait till I get off my period. Childish, okay? I'm like, wait till I get off my period. I'm making this up to him. This is my man, and he ain't going nowhere. And guess what? I would never, ever try that today. I don't encourage it. But it did work for me. It did work for me. But this is not the dude that I should have had in my life anyway. So I'm not about to be acting like it worked for me. No. Because it worked for a lame ass nigga. And it's always gonna work for lames. It's always. But guess what? It didn't stop him from dogging me out and cheating on me and doing all the other crazy stuff that's coming in the rest of the Chronicles. Like, it didn't stop him. So don't be looking at that like, but I just want to tell you the truth that we did get back together after I busted down on my mans. Because he really had no reason to break up with me. Yeah, I was acting crazy. We wasn't outside. We was in the midst of our little family group or whatever. And I wanted you bad. Like, I wanted him bad. Like, that was my only at the time. But it really did take me a little minute to find somebody to top him. Because it was, and he knew me. And he really, like, he really tried his hardest to please me. So it was just really like, no, I'm not playing about that. Like, I'm not playing about that. So that's why I was quick to fight over that, opposed to really looking at the situation like the whole thing ain't worth it. But it is what it is. That is my story time, y'all. By the time I got drunk and my man broke up with me, this is #1, like I said, to Baby Daddy Chronicles. I got at least 5 more crazy stories that I'm willing to put on YouTube, because some things just ain't meant for YouTube, y'all. It might be entertainment, but some things are really, like, traumatic, really toxic and traumatic. So I'm going to tell you the things that I can laugh about now. And then maybe in the future, I can have some other stories. But again, like I said in the beginning, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.